When we were young and growing up in the outdoors, we weren't dreaming about trophy racks and record books. We were just dreaming about adventures.
Food on the table is what I do. Stocking game like a Chickasaw hunter used to. Living off the land is my gift from God. Packing heat with my rack. All my fishing around. Those red dirt rivers take me where I wanna go. To my camel duck blind of that old fishing hole. Nature creeping's the only thing I know, but I can't get there without these red dirt roots. Well, sundown means my day is almost over. Let's load up the dogs and fire up the smoker. Those red dirt roots take me where I wanna go. To my camel duck blind of that old fishing hole. Nature creeping's the only thing I know, but I can't get there without these red dirt roots. Without these red dirt roots.
Red Dirt Roots is brought to you by H&H Shooting Sports, Auto FX, Lucky Lure Tackle, Cook, Feed, and Outdoor, and Central New Holland.
This week we're going to be in New Mexico hunting mountain lion.
I'm Tommy Dillon with Central New Holland here in Oklahoma City. Many people come by the store wanting to know what size tractor they need for a food plot. Well, this is the perfect size, 35 horsepower, 4-wheel drive, shuttle transmission. You can put a tiller on it, a brush hog. It comes with a front end loader. A front end loader comes real handy when you want to put in corn in your feeder, put up your feeder. And when you kill that deer, it's a good handy way to move that deer to the shade to process it.
Hey guys, we're here at Cook, Feed, and Outdoor, and it's time to get ready for deer season. Cook Feed has everything you need to get you set up. They've got T-post feeders, barrel feeders. They've even got the big boss buck feeder. And with it, you get 7 free bags of corn. Cook also carries many types of attractants, and of course, always carries deer corn, rice bran, and antler bags. Come by the Yukon store to get stocked up for deer season. Be sure and don't miss the Oklahoma chapter of Delta Waterfowl Annual Banquet, Saturday, October the 5th at the Del Robertson Center in Yukon, Oklahoma. Doors open at 6 o'clock. For more information, check the Oklahoma Delta Waterfowl website or Facebook page.
I was hunting with a good friend of mine, Hap Blackston. That was probably the, I think, 3rd or 4th hunt I went on with Hap. He was a really good guy. He outfitted for years out of the Cimarron area. He unfortunately passed away last spring, which really stinks. We had a good time. But this hunt, actually, we're going to go down on the other side of Albuquerque, New Mexico, Laguna Indian Ranch. It was right on the edge of it. We had originally hunted up in Cimarron, but we got snowed. It was waist deep snow. We were chasing cats and didn't have any luck. And Hap had called me on New Year's Eve at about 7 in the morning and said he was on the last day of an elk hunt and they had caught track of a huge lion. They said he was a good couple 100 pounds. And so unfortunately, I mentioned to my wife that I was going to pack up and leave for New Year's Eve and be on my way to New Mexico.
Well, I'm Hap Blackston. We're back at this lion hunt of art, and we're at the Lobo Ranch. We come on an old lion track back up the road there, a couple days old, and we come on down here, and we must have run him off a kill. There's a fresh track right here. Art's up there backtracking to see what he's got killed there that he's eating on. We turned the dogs out. They probably got him treed over that hill right there somewhere. And as soon as we get Art back, we're going to go on down through there and take a look.
Sweet. We stopped up there checking out some cat tracks. They were like yesterday's tracks, so we're like, yeah, you know, we've been over there looking for them and couldn't find them. And Hap's like, man, that cat's got to be close. He said, there, you know what, he made it where we've been looking all day today, and heck, it's probably 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So we come down here a little bit, and that cat had run dead right in front of us. I just walked back up and didn't get up there 100 yards. There's a cow elk up there dead. He was feeding right where we stopped. We weren't 60 yards from him, and he was sitting there feeding.
In the daytime.
Yep. Now we gotta go because them dogs are already on him and they should trim pretty quick. So let's get going, man. So we went around all day long looking to cut this track of this cat, and we couldn't find him anywhere. I mean, we went to every place we could, and there was this one deep canyon, and it was about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We'd almost give up hope, and we decided to hop on quads, and we could only each take a dog. So we had a couple dogs and a cameraman, and we got on quads in some deep snow. And we went down this one deep canyon, and we're driving down the road, and as you see in the show, we'd cut tracks. Elk, half a dozen elk went through, and there was big cat track in it. He's like, that's our cat. And it was too late. He said that was yesterday's track. It's 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So we sat there on this road, and we talked for about 10 minutes. We start our quads up, and we drive up about 50 feet to do a U-turn, and there was a lion. Actually, he jumps out, runs across the road in front of us, and bails off into this canyon. So we jump off and bail off into the canyon, and it was steep down. You know, I was all the way down the bottom, beat the cameraman, beat Hap, but it was really, really neat. We'd actually run past the cat. I did. I thought he was further down the bottom and kept going. I was on different tracks.
Here he is, Tuffy. Here he is.
And I heard a dog bark, and I was like, that makes no sense because I have both dogs with me. And I'm listening, and it was Hap. Hap actually ran underneath the tree, seen the cat treed, and he started barking to keep it up there. And he's yelling, so we took the dogs back.
Get him. 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 Here, Baldy. Baldy. Here he is. Baldy. Get him. Get him. Get him. Nice one. Get him. 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 Get him Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. Ha, Blondie. Ha, Parker. Ha, ha, ha. Ha, ha, ha. Blondie, there he is. Get it, get it, get it. Get him over.
Can't even breathe, dude. Oh, I'm dead. I just went an extra 400 yards down that canyon. There was 2 dogs down there and they shot past it on a different track, I guess. That's a nice Tom, and he's right there in the tree. He's about to get arrowed. We've been hunting hard here with Hap. We've been hunting hard. We got lucky and we found him on a kill. He killed an elk up there. That is a beautiful cat.
with a H&H Summer Expo. So the last pistol we're reviewing is going to be the Springfield Armory 1911 A1. It's mil spec. It is the basic 1911 that you're going to find out on the market. It's all military grade. It's for the budget conscientious person who out there can't really get the high-end gun, but it's still going to perform exactly like a high-end gun. I have one of these, a 1911 that's mil spec. I love them. They shoot great. This thing is awesome. It shoots right where you point it. Point it, pull the trigger, that's where the bullet goes. It is awesome. It's just that simple. You can't go wrong with a 1911. It's just that basic right there.
Do you want to take your boat to the next level? AutoFX and El Reno can do it. AutoFX of El Reno designed and fabricated this fully submersible LED light rail for the bottom of this boat trailer, not only making it look like one of a kind, but also easy to load. AutoFX El Reno, they can take it to the next level.
So right now it's just the start of September, so we're still pretty hot here in Oklahoma. One of the things I like to do is, it's still a kind of a summer type pattern, is I still like to drag a big old monster zoom worm around, and we do that on a 5/0 Hayabusa 956. This hook has a super slick coating, and it's one of my favorite worm hooks I've ever used. It's got the EWG shape, and it pairs with this old monster fantastic. And depending on what you want to do with it, if you want to get out deep and target some of those offshore fish, like on ledges and stuff, like at Grand or 10 killer, stuff like that, you probably want to use something like a 1/2 ounce bullet weight. If you want to go flip docks with it, you can do all kinds of stuff with this worm right here. You can go flip docks with a 3/8 ounce weight, same hook, and this is a killer setup for this time of year when we're getting into fall transition.
I'm ready.
I double up and he should be dead already. I just don't say it. Yes, man. Yeah. I gotta tell you, mountain lion hunting is the hardest crap in the world, man. You better be fit to do this crap. I double upped him, so he should be toast. Dogs are okay, mountain lion's dead, man. He's done. Yes! I don't think the arrow's in him. Well, he ate it hard here. Oof. Oof. Yes, man. Yes. Woo. I'm glad that's over. There's only one small problem that's where we gotta go, right there. Look at how we gotta get out of here, man. Holy. Yeah, he was dead. He was toast. I thought he was alive, but they were rolling. I want to make sure they don't get my ass.
Didn't expect it to come out of the tree. Usually with a bow kill, right through the lungs. They get up in a tree and they don't know what's happened. But when I shot it, it went through the lungs, but it come out and it broke its leg. And that cat fell out of the tree, which was a hairy situation quick because the dogs were on it again and we were worried something was going to get hurt.
He got a half a tail. All right, guys. He got a half a tail on him. Yeah. Well, this is what the dogs get for a treat right here. We bear hunted with Hap. Can't thank you enough, man. That was a blast. So we got lucky. We put the miles on the quads today and the dogs, and we got this cat off a kill. We stopped, we were talking. Hap said, let's just go a little bit further because we couldn't find him on the other side. And when we went a little further, he went right across the road. He just jumped off that kill. That's a nice tom. That's a big tom. Hey, do you mind? I know you got him. Ready? Yep, 1, 2, 3. Okay, Bumpy. I'm gonna have to tie her back. Quit.
See the teeth on that thing.
I'm just trying to get my breath. Good boy. He was up in a tree, 10 feet, down the bottom down there. Oh my God. Look at the size of the plant.
Dandelion.
So that's, what, 160-pound cat?
Oh, yeah, or 70. Look how long he is. That's a big one.
That's a big time.
There's no way we're ever going to get it to weigh him. If you'll hold him from rolling, I'll get some leashes and tie these dogs up.
Okay. I'll help pulling. Oh my God. That was just intense. You can't, if we get out of here in time, I'd like to get back to that cow elk and show you guys what he killed. That elk is big. Ah, stop now. Enough. Yeah. You guys had your pull. Don't give me no way, eh? Stop it. I just can't get over the size of that thing. Whew. Look at the size of that head on that cat. Oh my God. That cat is huge.
Come here.
That was fast. Cameraman beat me to the cat since I was 400 yards, 500 yards down further. So you guys should have some really good footage before we got in there. But when I got in there, he had tied the dogs up. And as you could tell, that cat wasn't very high off the ground. That cat wasn't 12 foot off the ground, was he, Hap? He didn't care about anything. Just sat there looking at the dogs. There's some fat. Oh, look at the mouth on that cat. Oh my God. I am pumped. That has just been a dream for so long to hunt a mountain lion, and I know so many people have done it, and these guys get 2-3 weeks into it. So we decided Hap will work with you and just hunt snow. So we came up towards Philmont Boy Scout Camp, and we hunted that for about 2.5 days, and there was a kill. We could never find a really good lion there. There was a lot of tracks. And then they closed the season up there because they met their quota in females. And then Hap called me because they got some good snow in this area. And we're down at the same place I actually elk hunted with Hap, the Lobo Ranch. And we've seen some nice elk today too, by the way. But that cat's nice. God, would be nice to get into the scales. I said the cameraman should haul him, right? I'll film from here on out.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think we get the cameraman up there and let him do it. Look at the head. Oh, man.
Cameraman probably pay me $500 to skin him, so all he has to carry is the hide. Huh?
Yeah.
Well, I'll sharpen my knife. I'll take that $500 for skinning him.
There you go.
Wrong.
You're gonna carry him out, huh?
No.
Huh? I'll bet in about 50 yards he'll be getting in his pocket.
Yeah, I guarantee you. Please get him out of here for me, Hap. So, when you walk back up, Hap, that cat was just sitting there in that tree?
Yeah, I knew he was treed right there, but them dogs had overrun him.
I seen other sets of
puppy
tracks.
Doesn't have the experience, and she's faster than the other ones. She got ahead and she run past him when he got in the tree. The other dogs was following her. It's better if a pup isn't in the lead, because I've had that happen before. They'll tree and run past them. That's why I knew to walk back up their tracks there and look for him.
Yeah, I was worried because when I came down, there's 3 or 4 sets of tracks in there, and last time that happened to us, you know, they got that scent all over the place that makes it rough on the dogs. God, that is just a beautiful lion. God, look at the teeth on that thing. They just pull a...
Look at the length on him. Look how big he is. I mean,
Oh, that thing is huge.
That's a big one. That lion might weigh 175 pounds. I mean, I hadn't seen one that long forever. He's been in a fight with something, bit his tail off some. That's
yeah,
unfortunate.
I see his scabbed off. Yeah.
Is it worth it? It will be.
Yes. Scott, you would have died with this one. It wouldn't have been good. Boy, I slid.
Bad, huh?
Do what on it?
Worth it?
Man, it was worth everything. Look at the size of that cat. Hap ended up guessing the cat at about 7 or 8 years old. He said about 170 pounds. All I know is I lifted it, Hap helped me, and I bear hugged it, and I took everything I could to hold it, and I still didn't have it off the ground. It's Pope and Young head. It's huge. All I can tell you, cat hunting's fun, but it ain't no cakewalk. If you're gonna kill a cat, when you look at the terrain, you pick the worst one, and that's exactly where that cat's going. We got lucky. I don't know if we're gonna have time to go back and film the cow elk so you guys can see the kill he was actually on that we kicked him off of, but if we don't, but I mean, that's just beautiful. Look at the teeth. It was a fully mature cow elk he killed with no problem. The last kill he found was a 6x6 bull pulled down by him. This has been a cat that he's been watching for, he said, about 6 weeks since he's been out here elk hunting, and he's been dying to get on him and the cat off of. We were parked over there not 60 yards talking because we couldn't find it, and Hap's like, doesn't make any sense. He said, let's just go a little ways down the road, and we did, and that cat ran right in front of us. I backtracked it when they let the dogs go, and this is what it killed. Look at that. Big cow elk. And it's a fresh kill. They didn't, no meat off of it, got into the guts on it. And look, you can see how it buried it up. It's got it all buried up here. Carib Hap said that cat would have stayed on this elk for about a week anyway. That's a big elk. And you seen, that's an awful big cat. That is a very, very nice cat. Alrighty, and with Hap, did some good bear hunting with him first. Killed a beautiful bear the very first time we went out, a nice chocolate face bear. And then a year later, ended up going on an elk hunt with him and shooting a beautiful elk, the same place where we actually harvested that mountain lion, which was huge. He was still mad at me until the day he passed away because I never entered that cat into Pope and Young. Took that with a bow, and that cat was a 200-pound cat, and it was just huge. He'd always call and give me a hard time for not putting it in the book, but really wasn't too worried about it. I more enjoyed the time with him and the hunt. It was a lot of fun. And last year I took my son on a bear hunt with him, and we had a fantastic time again and harvested a really nice chocolate face bear. It's Baldy Mountain Outfitters. His daughter ended up taking over the business. They have exclusive rights on Cimarron to the bear, to the mountain lions, and I mean that itself is 106,000 acres, I think, on a Boy Scout camp, Philmont Boy Scout camp, and they have some beautiful land. But I do miss him. I am going to miss hunting with him, but we do have some good memories, and a lot of it's on film, which makes it really nice.
Are you looking for the hunt of a lifetime? Baldy Mountain Outfitters still has a few key dates for October for bear, and also still has available a few mountain lion hunts. So if you're looking for that hunt of a lifetime, you can still do it this season with Baldy Mountain Outfitters. You can contact them through Facebook on Baldy Mountain Outfitters. Text them at the number at the bottom of the screen for more information. So if you're looking for that hunt of a lifetime, you can still do it this season with Baldy Mountain Outfitters. H&H Shooting Sports, Cook, Feed, and Outdoor, Lucky Lure Tackle, Auto FX, and Central New Holland. Would also like to thank our equipment sponsors, Caney River Calls.
I say yes, sir, I say yes, ma'am, and I'm proud to be who I am.